Hello, welcome back. This is a little thing on St. Paul's Covent Garden, also known as the Actors Church. St. Paul's Covent Garden has been associated with London's theatre scene since the Theatre Royal was built on Drury Lane in 1663. Commemorative plaques honoring Britain's finest actors line the inside walls of the chapel. Some of the plaques that are up today honor the likes of Charlie Chaplin and Boris Karloff, The Tramp, and Frankenstein. Now there's a crossover I'd pay to see. And yes, I know the monster is not named Frankenstein. I just wanted to piss off the nerds. Hello nerds. Tricked you. St. Paul's Covent Garden was the first chapel built after the Protestant Reformation, when the Earl of Bedford commissioned architect Inigo Jones. He requested that the chapel be not much better than a barn, to which Jones supposedly replied, "Then you shall have the handsomest barn in England." Jones himself had a background in theatre, having staged over 500 productions with such playwrights as Ben Jonson, making the theatre's association with the stage all the more appropriate. The chapel was built in 1633. Its portico is the setting for the opening scene of George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion, which has been performed and adapted countless times all over the world. Next we have York Watergate. Before the Thames embankment was completed in 1870, the York Watergate was situated right on the river. It currently stands about 140 meters away from the Thames, like a driveway built too far from the road. The Watergate was built in 1626 by George Villiers, the first Duke of Buckingham. The Duke had acquired the illustrious York House from the Archbishop of York 2 years earlier, and he wanted his snazzy new home to be accessible from the river. The Duke sold the house to developers in 1672, and over the next few years, York House and the neighboring mansions were torn down, with roads built in their place. Why the Watergate wasn't also demolished eludes me, but it remained without anyone to care for it. It slowly fell into disrepair. In 1874, some years after Jacob and Abbey took on the Templars in London, the Victoria Embankment Gardens were created around the York Watergate, and the gate itself was acquired by the London County Council in 1893 as an object of public interest. Well, that's some history for you. We've got a collectible too. A China Pink. Dianthus chiensis. Pure love. Florists designate two principal divisions of these flowers, pink and carnations. Spencer, who was remarkable for his care in retaining the old manner of spelling, calls these flowers carnations. Bring hither the pink and purple columbine with gilliflowers. Bring carnations and sops and wine, worn of paramours. Yeah, whatever. Oh shit.
Henry.
you son of a...
Stop attacking her one at a time!
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost. Just concentrate on escaping, please.
Oh, you.
Gunman on the rooftop. Anything I should know about?
I'm in trouble now. Remain peacefully for long.
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures us round.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone. I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
Alright. I'm going back to the train. Where's the train? Where's the train? Where's the train? Where's the fucking train? Oh my. I'm fucking like, what the